Welcome everyone. I just want to open today's session with this thought. You have a life story to tell, you have a life lessons to teach, you have a message to spread to the world, and it all starts with video. Hello everyone, hope you are doing well during these challenging times. My name is Dražen Štader. I'm a director, cinematographer, and the mentor of today's webinar. While we wait for everyone to join in, let me just give you a couple of short guidelines. Throughout this webinar, we have prepared a couple of polls and you will be invited to answer to a couple of questions. We prepared those because we would like to get to know you a little bit better and get to know what are some of the biggest challenges you are facing when confronting smartphone video. If I know your biggest pain points, it will be much easier for me to help you out. We are also going to be showing two videos. There is a big chance that the streaming of these videos might be a little lagging, but don't worry. You will get the recordings with the HD versions of everything, so you will have a really nice viewing experience watching the replay without any technical issues. Okay, before we start, there is quite a lot of us right now. It's important that you turn off all distractions. I mean, your phone, TV, maybe get a pen and a paper and take some notes. If you're distracted, you're not going to get what you need from this webinar. All right? Are we all set? Good. So let's start. First question that I have for you guys, can you please tell me where you guys coming from and can you hear me nice? Is the picture cool? Is the sound cool? You can answer the questions under the Q&A window. So just type in your answers to let me see if everything is working. Okay, I can see a couple of comments. Nice. Let me see. Yeah, we got people, Riga from Latvia, hello. We got people from Kiev, Ukraine. Nice, welcome to this webinar. Okay, Denmark, welcome on board. Beautiful. Okay, so there is quite a lot of us already. I think we're gonna have a really cool creative hangout, guys, today. It's gonna be fun, I can promise you. And we're gonna learn a couple of really nice tricks. So let me start with the poll number one. Can you tell me what are you most excited to learn about from today's webinar? Is it the A, creative process, how to prepare script and research? B, the mindset, how to confront the camera? Or C, the recording process, camera, sound, lighting basics, composition, etc. Please type in. Let me see how many A's, B's, C's do we have in the house today. Okay, greetings from Greece. Let me see, I'm scrolling down. Okay, I see there is a couple of B's. Yeah, I thought, usually this is where it stops, confronting the camera, hearing its own voice and how I look and everything else. A couple of C's. Yeah. Well, the research is quite strong too. Yeah, I mean, everything starts with a good script. Correct. Okay, cool. Let's go on. So I'm truly excited to start sharing our knowledge with you on how to create and record an online course, online video presentation, or just some quality video content using your smartphone. In the next 30 minutes or so, you are going to learn my exact strategy, how to produce great looking and great sounding online video without spending thousands of dollars on expensive equipment. For some of you who have joined us for now, let me just briefly introduce myself. My name is Dražen Štader. I'm a director, cinematographer, and the founder of the video agency Studio Production House, specialized in delivering high-end video for worldwide clients. Let me show you just one of our projects that our company produced and that I was the director and cinematographer of. And let's start with the show.
Slovenia. Make new memories.
All right. Welcome back. Some of you might have recognized the views from this movie. And with this video, we just wanted to remind you how beautiful Slovenia is and that everyone is welcome to visit us again after the travel restrictions are lifted. So I guess by now we are all ready to start. And let's go with the first slides. So I guess that most of you already own a smartphone and that your smartphone can shoot in HD or even 4K resolution. But I guess also that most of you don't produce weekly content and you still don't teach skills from or short form tutorials. So why is that? Imagine being able to do all of that from the comfort of your home or office. How would it feel? I mean, that would be kind of cool. And actually, it would be really nice because e-learning is currently booming. There is an estimated revenue of $325 billion in the e-learning by the year 2025. And online video combined with e-learning is absolutely a winning formula. But it all starts with pushing the record button. So tell me, what do you think is that thing that is holding you back? Is it, is it the technical side? Or what are the problems that you are encountering the most? I see the biggest three challenges that we are facing is problem one, the technology, problem two, the mindset, or problem three, the finances. So please do me a favor and type in what do you think is the biggest challenge that you are currently facing? The technology, one, the mindset, number two, or you think it's so expensive to get in the video venture, it's the finances, three. Okay, I see a lot of people liked the video, so come on guys, give me, we have, well, the mindset seems the biggest challenge we are facing so far. I'm gonna let the poll roll, and after that is the technology and finances at the third place. Okay, perfect. So we are going on, but the good thing is that for this challenge, there is a solution. So let me take a minute to show you how these three problems can be overcome. Then I'll give you the exact step-by-step solution on how you can overcome all of them. So the problem one, the technology. To be completely honest with you guys, the idea of shooting great looking video on a smartphone for me didn't seem quite appealing. At least not at first sight. A tiny little voice inside of me was screaming, I am a filmmaker, I need big trucks, heavy cameras, lots of tech, and a big crew to make my vision reality. Well, is that true? No, it's wrong, because you don't need expensive and heavy gear, and what you need is just to learn simple fundamentals of great video. I like to call this the visual literacy. And once we solve this problem, then we run into another, a little bit more deeper problem. It's I call it the inner voice that is holding us back. So just let me tell you a little story about this, because for 20 years, I was director-cinematographer on big client projects. And then I decided I wanted to share my knowledge with you guys and start my own YouTube show, The Pro Filmmakers. And guess what? It took me over a year and a half of procrastination, of being, the mindset was blocking me from starting delivering the good content to my audience. So I had to overcome that, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it during this webinar. And the third problem, some of you might think it's such a huge investment, but guess what? You already owe the most expensive piece of gear. It's your smartphone, and investing in a smartphone gear is not that expensive, especially if you compare it to costs of investing in professional cameras that goes in tens of thousands of dollars. And the good thing is that we tested the good, the bad for you. And in the thank you letter, you will receive our recommendations, free PDF with all the recommended gear that we're gonna recommend throughout this webinar. I think most of you will probably like that, to get like a PDF with the links and everything. So what I realized when compared to professional cameras, that the reason why I began my love affair with the smartphone is because they offer 5 big advantages when compared to any other cameras out there. First of all, the smartphones leave a very small footprint and they're not intimidating. When you point the camera into someone, they usually tend to freeze. But when you point the smartphone, well, you know, people start having fun because it's something they're used to it. They're seeing smartphones each and every day at their home. This is nothing special. They're already familiar with it, and that's good. Smartphones are light and mobile, probably the only camera that never gets left behind. If you're anything like me, you never leave your home without your smartphone or the iPhone or whatever phone you have. I mean, it just doesn't hold you back, because for all my other cameras, I need to pick up a bigger bag, a case, or anything, additional lenses. And with smartphone, it's very easy to carry around. Accessories are affordable. Obviously, in order to produce great results, you will need microphones, some light tripods, maybe some additional small lights, but it's all affordable, guys, and that's good. It's perfect for vlogging. Shooting in public places become fun. You're not the weirdo guy with the big camera and the crew around him. You're not attracting too much attention to yourself, and you can get really exceptional shots in places that you would sometimes not get access to. And 5, I saved the best for the last. Smartphones are like a Swiss Army knife. This is an all-in-one system. What do I mean by that? Basically, this is the only existing camera on this planet that can do all 4 big phases of the movie production in one single machine without ever leaving your smartphone. You can prepare your content, you can shoot your content, you can edit your content on your smartphone, and guess what? All the distribution platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, are already in the palm of your hand. So, you know, what is the things that are holding us back? You know, we overcome those. And let's just see what would be the big why. Why should we start using to our advantage the smartphone videos right here, right now? First, e-learning has led to an increase in revenue for 42% of companies. Revenues generated per employee is 26% higher for companies that offer e-learning to their employees. Every dollar invested in online training leads to $30 in productivity, and video is the single most important valuable skill for any project or business in 2020. In a world that is transforming itself in video, I guess that you just don't want to be left behind. No, you don't. Sure, certainly not in this time and age. So let me see what we have in here. We are jumping into the number 1, the tech side. Many of you already answered, they're interested in the tech side. So let's go briefly through the recommended equipment. What you need is to keep your camera stable, especially if you have something to teach. You need a small tripod or a gorilla pod. On the pictures, you have also a smartphone holder. You can see it on the picture above. And this is an absolute essential part of the kit, because when you want to attach a microphone or anything else, or to attach your smartphone to a little tripod, it all starts with the holder. And on the picture below, you can see the holder on a mini tripod. Basically, people love static shots, especially if you are teaching something. Then you will also need a lavalier directional mic or a lavalier microphone. The difference between these two is quite simple. A directional mic, as you can see on the picture, I have a directional mic attached to the camera, is attached to the camera, and the lavalier is usually attached to the person, and I have some pictures later on that you will see also how it is used in practice. If you want to move your camera, you also need a gimbal. It will help you produce beautiful moving shots that look similar to a Steadicam with little to no effort. And this is, you know, the beautiful side of the smartphones that are light and mobile, can be carried around. And we come to the, if you want, do the lighting. This is one of my favorite topics. If you want to present yourself in a professional manner, you must not depend only on the natural light. You will also need additional lights such as a ring light or a light with a softbox. I will explain later on more into details when we go through the 10 steps. So now that we have the equipment that we need, we have to prepare the content for filming. Trust me when I say everything begins and ends with a good script. The good script has to answer a couple of questions. Who is your target audience? If I'm doing a health coaching fitness session for fit and healthy moms, it's something completely different if I'm doing it for an audience of 20 to 25 males. My target audience and my communication would be completely different. What is the purpose of my video? What is the message? What do I want to communicate? And one of the things I need to know, where is my audience hanging out? Is it LinkedIn? Or is it maybe Facebook and YouTube and Instagram? Because if you're addressing your message to a place none of your ideal customers or community is visiting, then you're not doing yourself a favor. And one of the answers you have to know, how long should the video be? What is the action that you want your audience to take? This is the so-called CTA, call to action. We all want to guide and inspire our audience, and this comes at the end with a really strong, powerful call to action. How will you stand out? How will you support your message and brand? Look, I'm not selling you dreams. There is a lot of noise out there. There is a lot of content being published on a daily basis. But in order to stand out, you have to be unique. You have to produce quality videos, and you have to know what's your big why and the message. And this is one of the reasons the opening slide was, what is your message? What is the story? This is something that I even personally always refer back into each and every day. Good. How you like it so far? Can you feel the energy, the creative energy? I think we are all good. Let's continue. So before starting the shooting, you have to select a suitable location and a suitable background. If this is a static shot, I use the tripod for filming. You saw already one in the pictures before. And when talking to the camera or interviewing someone, try positioning the lens to the eye level. Why is that good? Because it keeps you, it gives the natural vibe. So here we have a presentation of a picture of a suitable location without too much distractions in the background, because you want to keep your background simple, to not interfere with you, your subject, your content. You want to put the focus on the one who's talking and who's presenting the content. You want to also avoid bright lights facing the camera, because then you are creating a high contrast scene and your subject is in the shadows and the highlights are overblown and it just doesn't look good. This is an example of the picture of the same location this picture was made before we turned on the lights. And you see, it's kind of really dark scene that doesn't really serve our content that well. So when you check the nicest background, we have to think about the sound. Is this a suitable location with a sound that is proper? Because we have to remember, bad sound is the #1 sign of amateur bad video. I mean, for us, the audience, it's much easier to watch something that is so-so in terms of quality of video, as long as the sound is good. So one really nice trick that I still love to do is to close my eyes for a couple of seconds and just listen if there is any distracting noise in the background. If there is none, then it's okay. But if you are in a coffee shop, you might hear a radio, traffic passing by, and those are all the things that you would like to avoid. Once we have that established, then we need to correct positioning, perspective, and angle on your smartphone. As you can see in the pictures, we have two choices. You can use the vertical mode, or you can use the horizontal mode. And this is where the questions that I asked before, where are you going to show your content, kicks in. Because if you are shooting, let's say, for Instagram stories or Facebook stories, then you would probably go with the vertical positioning, the 9:16 format ratio. But for everything else, I would warmly suggest you to use the vertical mode that you can see here on this picture. Yeah, I just removed myself. So this is it. You have seen it. Okay, we can continue. And basically, one very good trick to know, because many of our clients, they send us a vertical video and they ask us, can you please correct it afterwards and just make it a horizontal? Well, no, it's very hard to go from vertical to horizontal. So I would suggest, if you don't know your exact platform, always shoot in the horizontal mode, because it's much easier to pull it vertical and to get rid of information than add additional information that you don't have in the shot. So I want you now to prepare and configure to take out your smartphones and to choose the resolution. If you have the option, go with 4K, but HD is more than good on most phones. It's still the king of the house. Once you have chosen your resolution, you have to pick up the frame rates. For web video, I always go with 30 frames per second. And we already discussed in the previous slide the correct aspect ratio. Basically, that's the positioning of your video. I would suggest to keep it horizontal and go with 16:9 format. Are we all good? Nice, 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 nice. Guys, we are doing a good job. We're gonna learn a lot. So once you chose the format, we have to do the preparation for audio, for your great success, to get clear, crispy, nice, smooth sounding voice. One of the first signs, as mentioned, of amateur video, poor audio quality. At all costs, try avoiding the internal microphone unless you are doing a vlog type of video. You have your camera really close to you and you're in a quiet room. In all different situations, you need a special designed microphone. Decide which type of mic works best for you. What we are seeing on this picture is a lavalier mic, which means that the subject can move freely from the camera because it's a lavalier that is, sorry, I'm gonna go one slide back. I'm gonna show it to you. So on the previous picture, we already seen the transmitter that is attached to the camera. And here you see the second part is the mic that is usually attached to a shirt of this person. And the good thing about this is that whoever is presenting the content, he can move away from the camera and the audio quality stays the same because the proximity of the microphone to the speaker's mouth remains the same, no matter how far or close he is to the camera. And this is a great mic solution. It's the Rode wireless mic that I will recommend, and I will put a link in the PDF that I mentioned before. So now we have the sound, we have the camera, we have the location. Let's see what's next. So we prepped the quality of equipment plays a role. You have to have quality microphones. The proximity from speaker to microphone is also important. And recording space, we already discussed that. Yes. So now comes the framing of the shot. You have to decide which size of the shot fits your needs the best. Is it a wide, medium, close-up? These are the three big groups that can be differentiated even more, but we won't go into details for the purpose of this presentation. For the interviews and talking heads, I usually go, and it's the most natural looking, are the mediums. So let me show you a couple of examples of how would a wide, a medium, a close-up look here. So you see, the wide shot, its purpose and main mission is to establish a sense of space and time. In this picture we see it's daylight because we have daylight lurking in from the windows. And we see it's a room, it's an office. We can even see the light, the positioning of the light. Medium shots really creates a connection with the viewer. You can see the expression on the face and, you know, you start engaging with the people. And close-up shots, you know, draws attention to the details. And they're great for cutaways, sorry, between jumping from one scene to another in a very seamless manner to, you know, when you start editing and storytelling. And this is basically my 3-shot rule. Always, if it's possible, whatever the situation is, try getting these 3 shots, the medium, the wide, and never forget about the close-up because it can really save you in many occasions. Step 7. Present yourself in front of the camera. Now we are coming to the B mindset, guys. I saw before there was a lot of B's. So now I'm really going to address this issue because I know how important it is. I usually, even today, I create my pre-recording mini retro. I have a small short breathing exercise. I look over my notes. I prepare myself and I try to quiet down my mind. And remember that making videos is not about you. I know it sounds harsh, but today it's not about me, guys. It's about how can I help you become a better filmmaker. And this is the only purpose. And when I'm thinking about me helping you, it's, my thoughts are free. I can express anything that I want as long as I'm not thinking about any of these reasons that I'm gonna mention here in this slide. Because, if you are we're gonna come to that. So step 7, if you're not reporting about the major crisis or from a war zone, make sure to have smile on. I mean, it's always nice to see someone who's smiling a little bit, like a friend. You're inviting a friend over a cup of coffee and you're having a good time. And that's what we are doing here. We are having a good time. I'm enjoying the session. Hopefully you are do the same. And you see this lady in the picture, I guess she's having a good time also. Step 8, make sure there is enough free storage space on your smartphone. Well, video tends to eat quite a lot of storage space. So it depends on the resolutions that you choose, but usually it runs about 1.3 gigabytes per 10 minutes of footage. And for this purpose of this little exercise we're doing today, I suggest we all shoot in HD, 30 frames per second, full HD resolution, 16:9. And in case you don't have enough sufficient space, what you need to do, I mean, this is a really good ritual. Back up some of your photos, videos, and files to your laptop or cloud service and remove them from your phone. This will really help a lot. So once we established everything, now we are coming to my favorite subject, it's the lighting. And lighting, it's what makes or breaks beside the content of the video, because you can have a great camera and bad lighting and it will look really bad. So lighting is very, very, very important. So we established that we want to have our phone horizontal, position yourself in the shot, and you should be looking at the phone, okay? And straight into the front camera lens. This is a trap many people fall into. They use this selfie camera, and because on selfie cameras, you are seeing yourself, and when you start presenting the video, you are a one-man band talking to yourself, and it looks awful. What you need always to do is to try to find with your finger like this, try to cover the camera like I'm covering here. And that's the exact spot. When you cover with your finger, the tiny little dot, and you can see only your finger. This is the spot that you have to look at. This is the camera. This is where you establish your connection with the viewer. And that's the only spot that you have to look at it. Okay. Set up the lighting, try using some cool soft white light, especially if you are shooting during the day with lots of natural light in your office or room. The aim of the lighting, especially for these smartphones, is to create an even soft light across the face and avoid harsh, distracting shadows. Proper lighting draws attention to you, the speaker. And it's always cool. One little trick that I love to use, even on my professional work, is to make your subject the brightest thing in the shot, because light draws attention. So here we included a couple of behind the scenes shots so you can see exactly how we position the lighting for this small storyboard that we prepare for you guys in order to see, the whole procedure. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, I'm going to move, we also included a lighting diagram that you can see here. And this is, there is a lot to tell from this lighting diagram, because it doesn't have to be complicated in order to be good. We were using just one single soft light and we produced beautiful results because we choose the right time of the day to shoot in this room. We chose the right background without many obstructive and elements. and it simply looks good. So, you know, getting good results, in many cases, it's much, much, much more simple than you think it would be. So once you set the light, it's very important to take control in your own hands. What do I mean by that? Usually when you point your smartphones, we all had this experience. There is this, the smartphones are extremely smart, as the name implies. And they start looking for what's interesting for them. Is it maybe you want to see this or you want to see that? And they keep searching, and suddenly the picture is going bright and then dark and bright again. And to prevent this, what you have to do, this constant search form, you have to lock, and you do this lock like in the picture suggested. You push the button. Usually you want to put the finger close to the face on the face itself, and you wait a couple of seconds until you see this AAAF lock appears. It's a sign that every single brand already has, and that's very important because once locked, you can still refine it, but this is the moment when the smartphone is not searching for exposure nor focus, and you get reliable, constant professional results. And this is the way all professional cameras work, and your smartphones can work the same exact way without any additional apps or features. It's already built in there. So what I usually do if I'm recording myself, I kindly ask someone to stand in so I can lock the focus and exposure. And once this is done, then we switch places and I jump in. So because I know all of you will, you know, take the time to prepare your content, to get in the focus, to go through the ritual, and you will start recording. And before you start recording everything, always make sure to record the test video, because this will help you in many occasions. And just 3 more tips that, you know, might come handy for you guys. Tip 1. I advise you to clean the camera lens on front of your phone to remove any fingerprints, because, you know, they're mobile, they're light, and they're all over the place, in our pockets, in our bags, and there's this tiny little dust that gathers on the lens, and you have to remove it because we want professional results. And it's always in the details, you know, the tiny little details, they add up and they make the final product. And then make sure your battery is fully charged, because shooting video on a smartphone, it's one of the most engaging things that you can do for your phone, and it tends to eat your battery really fast, faster probably than anything else that you are doing on your phone. 3, before starting the shoot, always make sure you switch on airplane mode. I mean, just in case to prevent any calls or interruptions while filming. You have to think of yourself, guys. Remember, this one is really important, as a pilot. And when the pilot takes off, he doesn't want any interruptions or distractions to stop him from doing his professional job. Okay, plenty of good tips. We are already almost ready to start shooting. I hope you're making some notes and you will get, you know, the slides and everything else. But, you know, it doesn't matter if you have a professional camera of the smartphone. I'm still using this exact same procedure even when I'm shooting big client projects or cooperative film and everything else. So we finally arrived. The step number 12, record your video. Are you ready? It's action time. And now I'm gonna invite you to record your first video. I mean, as soon as we finish this webinar, or maybe tomorrow, because I have this really important message and a simple script for you to fill in and start applying the knowledge and this procedure, this proven framework that we just went through. So I want you guys, this is assignment time, challenge for all of us. I mean, I will do the same challenge as you. I'm not excluded, just to make sure. I want you to create a short video, 2 to 3 minutes, present yourself, what's your profession, who you are, and where you come from, what are you doing, you know, these days, and how are you coping with the current situation? I mean, it's a challenge for all of us. And here is a little catch. I want you to end the video with something positive, a message, a song, a poem, a dance, a positive, uplifting experience to send them some good vibes out there. Whatever you believe will bring a smile on someone's face. And we are back to the studio. So guys, please put in the comments how you like these 12 steps. Do you find it useful? Can you relate to the teachings and to this? I mean, it sounds very simple and it's basic, and this is exactly the way it is supposed to be. I mean, nothing has to be doesn't need to be complicated in order to be professional. But going in this exact same order through these steps will, you know, really bring you to get to know and to produce quality results. At this point, please allow me a few words also about CEEMAN, a global association that has been working very hard on raising the quality of management education for almost 3 decades now. This year, I will be joining them as a guest speaker during their program management seminar taking place end of August in the beautiful Bled, Slovenia. Yeah. In addition to this webinar, me and my team, we have also designed a small, short online course that I would like just to briefly present to you what it is all about, and let me show you a little teaser. All right. So basically, I hope you find useful this short promo, that you find it informative. So basically, this online course is based on our workshops, hands-on workshops that we've, you know, over the time we polished and perfected, and we got to know the needs of our students, you know, to get to refine and design the course that will answer, you know, the exact same questions that they have and the challenges that they have. So in this course that is called Smartphone for Video for Course Creators, we will be learning about typical mistakes and best practices, how to shoot with the smartphone in various environments. And we will even have a bonus to show you how to use the smartphone for a live stream. If you want to learn more about this course, you will also receive the link in the thank you letter, and we will organize a little poll where you will be able to get all the detailed information about all the modules and what they include. So guys, this was so much fun. I hope that everyone had a great time and that you have learned something new. I know I enjoyed very much this session and this creative hangout with you. Hope that we can continue our learning and growing of smartphone videography skills together. I want you guys to stay safe, stay connected, and don't forget on your little assignment. Thanks for being present. I really enjoyed today's session, and I think you got this. I mean, we're gonna make this whole thing happen because that's what we are here for. The visual literacy plays a really big, important role. Just imagine when you open Facebook, LinkedIn, everything is moving, images. And in order to express ourselves fluently, to send our message and the meaning, and to inspire people, you know, you don't have to spend thousands, but you do have to learn the fundamentals of filmmaking, and smartphone is more than enough. So thanks one more time for everyone who joined. I hope you had a great time and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.